to the channel, guys. I know it's been a minute. Now today's pretty exciting. I've seen all over AliExpress and YouTube about these new inner tube people are using from Ridenow. It's TPU inner tubes. It's like a plastic sort of inner tube, different to your normal butyl. Now, before everyone goes, go tubeless, I've been tubeless. I'm an ex-downhill mountain bike elite rider. Mountain bikes, there's every place for tubeless, but I don't think on a road bike. The pressures we're using, 90 psi, you get a puncture. The sealant's spraying everywhere. It looks like a bit of a naughty scene that you get sometimes on the internet. We all know what we're on about. And I'm not all about that. So I've gone back to tubes. And like I said, I've seen on the internet about people using these TPU tubes when they're about 30, 36 gram inner tubes, which is pretty light. And I've just took a delivery of a box of them. So I've got two different weights. I think I've got a 24 gram and a 36 gram. So let's get inside and have a look exactly what we get in these TPU inner tubes from Ridenow. So we've got a normal, this is what you'd usually use inside most bikes, mountain bikes, road bikes. Everyone uses these. These are from Decathlon. They're about €3. And they last pretty good, to be fair, but they're, right, let's have a look. So that's 123 grams just for the tube. You know, if you've got one in your back pocket or two, you know, it's pretty interesting to see the size of them. Apparently you can get 4 of the TPUs to one of these. So let's open the package up and let's have a look. So it'll come nicely packaged. Looks like you get some patches on top. So I've got 4 24 gram tubes, and I've got 4 36 gram tubes. And it looks like they're different size. I don't know. Here you go. Let's see exactly what I got in here. Already professionally getting them out. And they come packaged. Packaging was pretty good, to be fair, what you get with them. So yeah, they're classed as the light 36 gram road tube. Now they are tiny. So I've got So I've got 4 36 to give them a try, and then I've got 4 of the lighter ones from the Ridenow race formula. Super light and light, to be fair, which is pretty good as well. They send the old TPU patch kit as well, which is good. I don't know what you get in there. No glue required, so they'll be handy to carry. Let's open up the 24 gram super light one first. Let's see how small they actually are, and it comes pretty packaged. I got long valves because my wheels are 40 mil. That's pretty long, to be fair, but yeah, you get it all wrapped up. So let's give it a weigh. So it actually comes in 23 grams for the 24 gram tube, which is pretty mental. I'd say 122, 23 grams, that's what they come in at. And that's the super light. Oh my God, that is plastic. It's gonna be pretty interesting. So yeah, it's don't really want to open it all up, but for the video. I don't believe you can take these valve cores out. You probably could, but I don't think I will. You know, there's no need to. And it almost feels a bit like a lilo that you get at the swimming pool. And I'll weigh my wheel before and after to show you the difference. Obviously that's 23 grams for that tube. And if I'm running, you know, I could save 100 grams per wheel, which is a 200 gram saving in just changing the tubes, which is pretty interesting. Obviously, if you let it sideways, you know, you get 2. Obviously the valve's pretty big, so you know, you can carry 2 or you can go that way. So it's 1, 2, 3. So more or less you can carry 3 of these to 1 butyl. So the scales are zeroed, so we chuck the bike on. It should be about 7.2 from what I remember. 7.25. That's with pedals, bottle cages, all that sort of stuff. And then I'm going to put the super light tubes in, We might as well start with the lightest, give them a whirl. So there we have it, the tubes are in the wheels, and we'll just put the bike back on the scale, 7.05. So yeah, it dropped 200 grams in just the wheels.
And we're back out on the bike. There's been a couple of days since I put those Ridenows in the wheels. We had some savage weather here, so I wasn't actually able to get out on the bike, which allowed me to actually test the air pressure loss. So I've used latex tubes in the past, and they can lose, I don't know, 20 psi in a day or two. And so I'll just put it in the clip now. I'll be putting the air pressure gauge on, and I put 80 psi in there when I fitted the tubes. As you can see in that, it's 77 psi, which the 3 psi loss could just be fitting the pressure gauge. And I'm going to head up to the top of Foyer Mountain, which is one of my regular training climbs. I'm just going to climb up, maybe put an effort in, 10-minute effort, something like that. I'm carrying everything I normally would, but so far so good, you know. I would say initial impressions, they do feel a little harsher, like I'm running the same PSI as I usually would, which is 85 in the rear, 80 in the front. That's my go-to, everyone's different. But pulling away from, say, roundabouts or traffic lights, it does feel like there's a little boost, you know. It is 200 grams lighter than it was before. So just that initial kick, feels like the bike pulls along. What I love about Portugal, these roads, absolutely stunning. Just got to the beautiful little town of Monchique up here. So it's basically from this bit, is where the main climb will start, up to Foyer. And at the top we've got our mate Remco, from when he won the Volta, Portugal, up there pointing to the sky. Oh! This is what the climb is all worth for. All that pain, beautiful. It's that effort. Let's have a look. So it's 21 minutes, 379 watts. Not a PB, but the wind was against me today. Pretty savage headwind. I'm going to stick you in my mouth and take you on a descent. Show you the good stuff now. Oh, it's warm up here. Absolutely stunning. It's a good training hill that. From my house to here was an hour and 20 minutes, so it's a good one. Now you get to descend. You go have a coffee break down there, nice cake and coffee. Let's get on down there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the epic descent just then. Foyer down to here. I'm at Vela Chic at the moment. Stunning cafe in Monchique. Let's say from those views just then, just love descending there. So it's good here to stop here. There's water, you've got the coffee shop, there's a bike shop in there as well. So final thoughts on these Ridenow tubes is, at the moment, very impressed. You know, I've just done, you know, a couple hours riding, no issues. I would say they do ride a bit harsher than, say, a normal butyl tube. I don't know whether it's just because they're plastic or what. If I let a few PSI out, but because I haven't got my pressure gauge, I'm not going to faff about with the pressures. Another thing is I did actually order 60mm valves, and they sent 80mm, which isn't really an issue, but they do stick out pretty far. Another thing is they do come with a sticker to stop them rattling around. Well, they didn't stick very well, so I used a bit of Gorilla tape, you know, stuck that on, stops it rattling around. You know, I wouldn't hear anything anyway because I wear headphones. And the only time I really noticed that there's a bit of an advantage is when I need to accelerate from like a stop sign or out of a corner, something like that. You definitely feel the wheels, you know, they're each 100 grams lighter. I'm running GP Continental 5000, so they're pretty good tyres anyway. But stick in one of them Ridenow 23-gram tubes, and my god, they accelerate pretty well. So far so good. Obviously I can't do a long-term review because I only put them in a couple of days ago, but so far absolutely stunned that a 23-gram tube, you know, is doing its job. I did put a poll out on Instagram, and I put up that most people thought I'd flat on the first ride, which, yeah, I'm not home yet, so fingers crossed that, you know, it's going to stay up. So all in all, an epic first ride in those Ridenows. I'll put a link down below of the AliExpress shop I got them from. They came pretty quick. I think it took 10 days, and you can track them from start to end, and they come signed full, pretty good, packaged well like you saw in the video. So yeah, I'm going to keep on riding them. So in the saddlebag I've got two of the 36-gram ones. It's handy to carry two, but I just realised I've only got one canister, so if I did get a couple of punches, I'm a bit screwed because I've only got one canister. Yeah, all in all, absolutely stunning. Who knew a £5 23-gram tube could hold up so well? And like I say, I've descended, I was just doing about 50 kilometers an hour. You know, some people might be worried about it blowing up descending, but like I say, you're running good tires, you're going to be doing pretty good. And yeah, I've always ran GP 5000s. I like them, they're good, they're very durable. You know, these have been on about 2,000 kilometers, and they've barely worn down, not a cut, scratches, anything like that. So yeah, keep on riding them. Put comments below what you think. Would you run them? Have you run them? What do you think? There is other companies out there. I think there's Tubeless, Pirelli do some. So yeah, comment below. And if you like this sort of thing, I'll keep on buying sort of AliExpress stuff, giving it a try. You know, the bike weighs 7 kilos now. You know, I'm not the lightest weight weenie because, you know, I'm a bigger sort of rider. I focus a lot more on power than worrying about how light the bike can go, but any weight I can save can always help. So yeah, thanks guys, hopefully you enjoyed that. It's from the Diabetic Cyclist, and I'll put up some other videos of what I drink and eat in the rides. Obviously diabetes while cycling is quite important. So thanks for watching guys, take it easy.